So, update on the stupid 5/8 tool that got stuck in the center of my engine on the spark plug. I'm seeing a bunch of little pieces of the spark plug grinding around, and I looked in there with my camera and the light, and basically the 5/8 is like this in a circle stuck around the spark plug, and the spark plug's like right in there in the center up to the top, so you can't even get the tool to fit into there. So I don't even know what I'm gonna have to do for that. So for now, that's a done deal. We'll figure that out in the future. Most likely gonna have to get to the motor mounts and to at least where I can drop the motor, which is why I'm taking everything off here from the front end. Also, those little pieces, I'm gonna vacuum them up with this. I'm just gonna hook my vacuum up to that end there, and then put this end into the spark plug and just vacuum whatever little bits are up there of the spark plug. Whew. Fell back. Alright. So this is what I'm going to use. Just going to like clean it off a little bit and then shove it into there and vacuum up. Got those rubber bits out and that out, so I'm going to put the new sprocket on and the new rotor. Get the wheel cleaned up, get it ready for the new tire. As far as the front rim, as you can see, there's some damage there. Someone clearly hit a curb. That freaking dude who sold me this bike clearly hit a curb. So, gonna need a new front rim. Not going for no Dymags. That's literally $3 grand just on wheels, and I'm already pretty aggravated as it is. I do have someone with a spare 929 rim, so that should be on its way soon. If not, we'll figure it out. For now, I'm done with the big stuff. I'm pretty annoyed about that, so just gonna move on to the little stuff, get the little stuff out of the way. Yo, what is going on, guys? I'm not sure where we left off last time, but I do have the old radiator off. It's right here. Take a look. It's clearly quite a bit of damage on there, corrosion, also bugs everywhere. Also, the coolant box is really dirty. I'm just gonna clean that up though. Here's the new radiator. That's the new pipes. I'll show you those, they're all white. But yeah, looks a lot better, as you could tell. The white pipes from AS3 Performance. It's gonna be nice. So for now, since I'm pulling the motor, I need to be able to get a lift under here, so that way I could lower the block and get the top off of here so I can get to the spark plug wells. All that just for that corroded spark plug. But in order to get the lift to be able to hold the motor, I have to take this part of the exhaust off. Well, technically I have to take the whole exhaust off. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now, so that way I can put the lift under there, and that way when I undo the motor mounts, I could just lower the lift a bit, sag the motor, which I might have to put the rear wheel back on just to do that, and then I could finally get the corroded spark plug out of there and my tool that's stuck in there, hopefully, right? Should be pretty straightforward once I get that off there. And then I'm gonna match up all the new pipes with these ones to see where all of them go and get all of them in there. Some of them are like real deep in here, like in there, so definitely pulling the motor is a good idea in any case here. Sucks because this thing right here that I wired brushed, cleaned up the surface rust off of it, but for some reason, as you can see, the surface rust keeps on reforming in some of the grooves here and on top of there, which is pretty annoying. But I mean, in any case, it's a super bike, so that won't affect the chain much. It's just a little bit of surface rust. That's not going to really make a huge difference with performance. One thing I definitely want to do is get that either rebuilt or a whole new suspension eventually. It doesn't really need a new suspension. You could buy rebuild kits for them, but it's a Showa suspension, so it's actually really nice. It's just the spring is rusty and stuff, so might have to like clean that up and maybe repaint it. Maybe like yellow or something, that'd be actually pretty cool. Although that white will definitely match the new coolant pipes. Alright, well, time to get the exhaust off and get to pulling the motor. I don't think that was supposed to come out like that, but what the hell? So I guess these things are screwed onto this thing, and then this thing is screwed into there. Like, what? Why did they make it like that? It's stripped onto there. Might need a whole new thing. Oh, that one came out, whole thing too. Alright, so headers, as you can see, are now disconnected. So now what we need to do is disconnect the exhaust here. Just right there. From the rear foot peg, passenger foot, and also down here. Whatever the hell that is. I don't know what this is, but it somehow disconnects, so I'm gonna have to look at it with the light and stuff. It's just one bolt right there, hooked up to the passenger foot peg. There we go. And jumping in a project like this, it's crazy. Ooh, a spider just crawled out of there. There's one down here as well, so I'm gonna get that. Alright, this is basically just a simple little another setup down there, and now it's definitely more ready to come off. I think I gotta detach something else here real quick, so I'm gonna figure that out real fast. Alright, update time. So I actually wiggled it a little bit while it was off camera, just like messing with it to see where the like tension spots would be, to see where it's still hanging onto, and it just literally fell off. So the only other spots that are connected at all would be these two things right here, which are some kind of cords. I'm sure that looks like, actually, like when you look in there, you can kind of see that cable right there towards the end of it, towards the bottom. That's like a clutch cable, it seems like, right there. So this, I'm assuming, is a clutch cable, because this right here is called an HTEV. It's basically Honda's version of VTEC for a motorcycle, for this super bike. The hell is that? Something like rock or something is dented into there. So I'm assuming this is like the clutch and something else to tell when the RPMs hit a certain level, so that way this knows when to open that flap. But that's kind of weird that it needs a clutch or something. I would think that'd be electronic or something, but like maybe with a sensor. But I don't think this is a sensor, because there's that wire that goes into there. Maybe this is like a whole entire sensor thing, and maybe I'm just stupid. But in any case, I got yeah, cause see, that's the clutch line. That's crazy. But this should be fine if I just like move it to the side a little bit, and I could still fit the lift under there and hold it up to do everything I still need to do, because I only need to lower it so much down there, and this should be fine. Alright, so I disconnected these right here. I started undoing them because my brain thought that that was going to unattach it somehow, but all it did was loosen the clutch cables from in their seated position. So instead, I got a wrench to loosen that thing up right there, and then I'm gonna get all these. Took that one out already, and then see if I could remove the HTEV that way. These mosquitoes are crazy tonight. There's supposed to be like a big thunderstorm. I put on a hoodie, but they're still attacking my hands. I'm assuming I can angle this now. Yep. I hope those screws aren't different sizes. Just like getting mixed up. Alright, that's what I was fearing. Whoa. There's a whole mechanism in there. Why, Honda? Oh, what? Dude. What the hell is this? This is insanity. Like, dude, what the fuck is that? I wouldn't even want to try to explain that. Reverse engineering ass shit. Kinda set it down in a way to mimic it. Freaking cannon, dude. I really just want to pull this motor and do all this overnight. Honestly, like, I'm so motivated. It's crazy that coolant hoses go to that. What the fuck? It's weird. There's definitely rust in there too. Nothing like a 25-year-old bike, man. Whatever. I just want to have some fun with it, and then I don't really care about it, you know? Probably just sit in like a timepiece. This white stuff, I couldn't get that off. It's a corrosion, you see that? Might have to go through that with like rubbing alcohol. Each time I try to wash it off, it just comes back. Anyways, next step. Motor mounts, cool. Gotta move a bunch of stuff. It's about to start thunderstorming. Well, it is thunderstorming already. I don't want all this stuff to rust up. Probably gonna cover up the bike. It's the exhaust flukes. Storms in New York have been on like some fucking like tropical monsoon shit. Let's see if I can catch some lightning. Damn, it's starting to pour. Oh my god. See what I'm saying? Dude, this is literally a monsoon right now.